Liam Payne from One Direction has passed away. Very sad situation. I was quite the fan, I'll be honest. I bought the movie at midnight, the One Direction concert movie. I wanted to watch it. This was years ago. I did like them. I did. I still do. They're catchy. Did I keep up with them all the time nowadays? No, not necessarily. Did I keep up with Liam Payne? No. I know that during this time he was getting a lot of, he's getting, his ex was saying stuff about him. I don't fully know the situation because I haven't fully looked into that, but he was being accused of some not good things during this time, which is obviously not good. Obviously people should be held accountable for bad things that they've done. With that being said, he, I think 2 days ago, took his own life, from what I've gathered. That's obviously just very fucking sad because that just shows how alone he felt. So it's not confirmed if he jumped or fell. I heard that he jumped. I think he fell, not jumped. Okay. With situations like this, there's going to be a lot of different things that are said. So maybe I'm wrong on some things. Nonetheless, from what I gathered, I would not be surprised personally if he intentionally did that, especially due to what is currently been going on in his life. Apparently he was just recently dropped by his label, and I would assume that was because of situations that have been brought to light about him, and that's sad. I mean, he should be held accountable for those things, but the sad part is obviously the struggle of any human being. Yeah, when I heard that the day that it happened, I was very, very surprised and taken back. And he was also like, I think 33 or 31. He was very young. He was 31 years old. That's wild to me. He's only a couple years older than myself, but I grew up, seeing this band, start and all the hype around them and everything, and seeing their solo careers and etc. like anybody else, because, they were such a big moment and still had, are still such a big moment. And it's just wild, I guess. It's really sad. And he had a 7-year-old son as well, and a wife, I'm pretty sure. He was with somebody. I don't know if it was his wife or what, but he was with somebody. But nonetheless, he had a 7-year-old son, and that's hard, because obviously I lost my dad when I was, I think I was 12 years old. Not in the same circumstances as Liam's death, of course, but nonetheless, a person, especially someone like 7, is such a big difference. Even, it was hard for me as a 12-year-old kid, but being 7 and stuff, and also with a father that had the success that he had and stuff too, it's got to be such a very weird thing to navigate and get through. So I feel for his son a lot, and I feel for his family. I feel for everyone. Oh, he had a girlfriend, not a wife. Okay. As I said though, the stuff he's been accused of though, obviously that still should have been brought to light. And I think it's sad that some people are probably trying to use this situation as a silencing thing or a victim blaming thing. I think that's really not okay, because that will make it to where people don't speak out, and I don't think that's okay. I think people should speak out when they have bad situations with people. But obviously, I still feel for him and his family in this, and for how everything went down. I don't know if that's necessarily tied together or what. I don't fully know the situation, but yeah, apparently he was struggling with some really severe drugs, and was acting very irrational and going through stuff during that time. And that's just all these tabloids have put out images of things which I don't want to show because I think it's honestly disrespectful. Obviously, we're all on the internet. If you use social media like Twitter and stuff, you're going to see this stuff, but I don't want to be one of those people that spreads it more than just talking about the situation, because I just think it's tasteless. Even like TMZ got a photo of, they didn't show the full image, but it was of his tattoos and showing that he was passed away. It was an image of him. That's just really tasteless, and luckily they're being criticized for that because they should be. That's just unnecessary. But yeah, it's just a really sad situation. I haven't really read what all the band members have said about it, but I am curious to do that. I've heard like, the Louis one and stuff is very emotional. It's just wild, like, I guess to me, seeing that, especially someone so young and stuff, and just seeing like their life kind of in front of you, to see them just instantly in a blink of an eye just be gone is really wild. Takes you back. It just makes you go, what the fuck? It scares me too, because it makes you like think about getting older, and all the people and stuff are that how it could just happen. So just really takes you back. This is like what Harry Styles said. I'm truly devastated by Liam's passing. His greatest joy was making other people happy, and it was an honor to be alongside him as he did. Liam lived wide open with his heart on his sleeve. He had an energy for life that was infectious. He was warm, supportive, and incredibly loving. The years we spent together will forever remain among the most cherished years of my life. I will miss him always, my lovely friend. My heart breaks for Karen, Jeff, and Nicolia. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say names. And Ruth, his son Bear, and all those around the world who knew him and loved him as I did. It was very sweet. I think it's gotta be so hard to like write something like that, especially when like right away. It's like everyone wants to hear all these people's opinions, of course. I couldn't imagine losing somebody and then like having people being like, hey, say something. That's a lot. And then there's like Louis' thing. I'm beyond devastated to be writing this, but yesterday I lost a brother, Liam. Liam was someone I looked up to every day, such a positive, fun, and kind soul. First met Liam when he was 16. Holy shit. And I was 18. I was instantly amazed by his voice. But more importantly, as time went on, I got a chance to see the kind of brother I'd longed for all my life. Liam was an incredible songwriter with a great sense of melody. We often spoke about getting back in the studio together to try to recreate the writing chemistry we had built up in One Direction. For the record, Liam was, in my opinion, the most vital part of One Direction. His experiences from a young age, his perfect pitch, his stage presence, his gift for writing, the list goes on. Thank you for shaping us, Liam. A message to you, Liam, if you're listening. I feel beyond lucky to have you and had you in my life, but I'm really struggling with the idea of saying goodbye. I'm so grateful that we got even closer since the band. Speaking on the phone for hours, reminiscing about all the thousands of amazing memories we've had together is a luxury I thought I have with you for life. I would have loved to share the stage with you again, but it wasn't to be. I want you to know that if Bear ever needs me, I will be the uncle he needs in his life and tell him stories of how amazing his dad was. I wish I got a chance to say goodbye and tell you one more time how much I loved you. Damn, that's fucking hard. It's so hard to read. It's sad. It's crazy. I don't know if I can read any more of these. It's from Zayn. Liam, I found myself talking out loud to you, hoping you can hear me. I can't help but think selfishly that there was so many more conversations for us to have in our lives. I never got to thank you for supporting me through some of the most difficult times in my life. When I was missing home as a 17-year-old kid, you would always be there with a positive outlook and reassuring smile and let me know you were my friend and that I was loved. Even though you were younger than me, you were always more sensible than me. You were headstrong, opinionated, and gave no fucks about telling people when they were wrong. Even though we butted heads because of this a few times, I always secretly respected you for it. When it came to the music, Liam, you were the most qualified in every sense. I knew nothing in comparison. I was a novice child with no experience, and you were already a professional. I was always happy to know. No matter what happened on stage, we could always rely on you to know which way to steer the ship next. I lost a brother when you left us and can't explain to you what I'd give just to have... Oh my god, it's fucking hard. I'd give you a hug one last time and say goodbye to you properly and tell you that you're loved and respected. I will cherish all the memories with you and I have with you in my heart forever. There is no words to justify or explain how I'm feeling right now than beyond devastated. I hope that wherever you are right now, you are good and are at peace and you know how loved you are. Okay. This is a try not to cry challenge now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot, you know. So even like 5 Seconds of Summer left a message now about it, which makes sense because they opened for them. I think that was their first tour they opened for. Was One Direction, and then there was like Halsey that left a message. Ed Sheeran, and I saw Cher Lloyd. It was like yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it's really sad. I don't know. I just hope everyone is able to cope with this the best of their abilities, and especially his son, you know, when as time goes on and everything. Obviously, though, I hope that people aren't coming at his ex though for what she said too much and trying to, you know, I hope she's well as well, and I know people are trying to flip it into a negative thing towards her, and I don't think that's okay as well. It's definitely sad though that that's how things ended for him, and that he was struggling in those ways, and you know, sucks. So, you know, I don't know how else to put it. It's fucking tough. and life can be really tough.